Abba Habme 0244 723 541 0244 723 541 21st clinic yanko wane expert our Ghana hanyina say yade fen se sciatica de yetimi tu ase e ma ne kɔ yade no wonte ne mpane nsɛm a de kyene se ɛsɔ otompo ano hɔ edwodwo na de ko na nkokom na sa akɔyɛ se stroke no ehunye pa ye ka ne sa ye omfidie ene de ɛhwɛ obi de diabetes na eba anopa yi ebi aduro de menstrual pains no ɛkɔ ebi de stroke prostate problems no ɛha adwene ye pa ye ne ɛwɔ komase ane de ye nyina ye kɔ ehwa okɔ a ɔbɛn alpha radio mo nkra no monko dome heavy do building ne mo ye nyina ye frɛ 21st on 0540 311 311 0540 311 311 dia me sorry no ene se me pesa uzikasem ekoyie me pesa wadwuma no etimi gina abrane eno nti quick credit and investment micro credit limited wasi asem no eyetiawa na me adom register ya ma Ghana card no mfaso pi na benya free so emfafie emesia wowa enkofa ka kofa lo ya bi emfa ne ma ne nyina ne se adwuma no wa hyase wo pesika ne bi wudi wuram wadrum finfini wo yaka wo hia bi na de atoa so wo pe bi akotu aka de o hia ya Ghana card 0596 920 833 0596 920 833 ya no ka se ye de ne de nyententa video so ene ye no nemom number me de ma wono ene Ghana card ene de edi dwuma tiano pai me jamu ma sha boss players na eguso adi ho da yi se
Clementino the penalty
na se nye penalty a
me jodi ti ade ampe wo ho yo no kreka o kan no kreka papa on say o kan penalty yellow card na buy so we do so
me kan
ntu so we say no matter your objective na me sha so kan no kreka why
na onye de otimi nje ni ana
ya
otimi nje
omo de say o tan hu no na no ye show mo tre ntino ozo bitime bo na anya obi ma
ono ti no ho a na ye say yesu so na abante bi hwe me pa ti
obi bo na
ye bo no a
se ni ba kro ye ni den no bu no de woni a
ni ti beje pa
ye nko anu no wana be zakat say
oh mi so to nyame adom
good
say bibi aboko de
bibi ay fine
oh okay
bibi ay fine
aro pe mi bana abante bi sha mo ase o ano se o se mi an ba mi mo se wasem na nda Arsenal supporters announcement say omo ko winam ko didia ko no mansana omo winam no ansana match no ye boy na say onam no e kind of omtuguye am se me de man ko bi nti
ni ba kro na si busa
so misa
minim no nya sa ka me fans am se me man e clear se me nko bi me the way I see football is different. Me say me your coach I share first go I mean jubilate. Me team come I semra. You can only jubilate when you lead the person by more than a goal. Because football share one. Oh you and you wait my bet. Enti na me message to them they say the icing on the cake is when we beat Newcastle. Na yebekwa akɔgye no Emirates against Everton nti no ade ndie say any enim client nkofo afa the moment me man the moment they made Mike Dean the VAR won ka say for Tierney enkogyere mfimfino na yɛhu said there was a certain link and the time Kit Hackett ka say it wrong for them to give this game to Tierney.
Tierney ni bonne ni say
no, or say the West London derby was bigger than him. And Atlantic Megabe can be said. If you are an experienced referee, you don't award this as a penalty. Clattenburg, I have their quote here.
Clattenburg confirmed, say technically it was a correct decision. But
the American won't say.
And you
know the American.
Technically, the decision was correct.
But some American, you know, I will repeat it.
And but so just say Clattenburg say.
What say?
No, repeat it.
Or say or no will not award this penalty.
But technically, it was a correct decision. It was a correct.
I'm quoting Clattenburg.
And here they go so.
One caso no akwonye.
But
did he say technically it was a good penalty?
So a quotation from him, and I'm choosing what I think will reflect the position. Whether technically it was wrong or right, or no Clattenburg and I say, and for me that's the news. Say technically right there. Say no one right man. Right man portin.
And the boss almost exercise some discretion.
No, I have not gone there. I have not gone me say. Clattenbeck say. Ono a onye. Menka say technically right or wrong. I have not said.
Ono for okase onye.
So mamo add.
One kase enye penalty was he thinks a soft. So he admitted there was a contact.
There's nothing like a soft penalty.
No say American ono admitted that there was a contact.
There's nothing like a soft penalty. Once you admit technically it was a good call. What do you say what you saying?
Referee say there soft asset there's that.
So I'm going to mean kind of without saying say technically it was a good call.
Your kind quotation me say or say or no Clattenbeck onje.
And
for me that's enough.
Yes, but
Rising as the best ever referee in the English Premier League.
But
there hasn't been any referee who's better than Clattenbeck since Premier League by me.
Penalty a penalty. You confirm a penalty. But ono na nka so nko anje but o say penalty.
Into ono your penalties are onye.
Instead of reason penalty ya.
Your catch answer any colleague on timi ko kase wati. But your can answer me menye obi catch say asema Zakido ke me nkasa. He's disagreeing with your statement. Are you friends? I mean you draw conclusions. Atade say Zakido de me aka menhye. On ka say atade na nya atade ba me aka menhye. Anyway, that's not why I'm more because more I'm telling you, I'm interest. You know, be interest.
Is there something what can we know?
But you'll be there.
I'm not surprised because I forgot the whole England will be out support Liverpool and now Tino Kansas here. And so a serious statement. A serious statement. And I was expecting you to
no, but known. Tottenham Hotspur fan. We also Sometymer Rovers. Sana Dean also Sometymer Rovers. But he's a known fan of Tottenham Hotspur. He's retiring this June. Next month, I'll call retirement. He's putting his team in a Champions League and leave. Only what jubilating against Aston Villa. Clear. Say go yeah. Why?
But of course, actually say that is not the only match. Like why is I guess I know. And
he jubilated. I'm not talking about
go on share no. Or I said no
the guy jubilated.
So all signal be
e later no be kire mu say e advantage na or the man Tottenham. So advantage na but he was seen jubilating clear. I have the video here. Yeah. Say ni be call retirement. Say how dem so kan no krenti na.
Oh da men come here do na. Me be ho. And never hear ho.
Ordinary.
What
no credit. Ordinary. As ordinary. He was seen jubilating. Nipa call retirement June here. You really get retire. Then you make him a VAR. You penalty no replay why I'm free with you must say. Do you intiminka? Tina Teta say Okasa or Memna for 6 months. But they have won. They have Yana say we should give credit to Antonio Conte and how he has built this Tottenham team. With confidence. You see the way they are playing. Oh, I had dear, Bonabas. But the referee should have given us a good game.
But I think there's still one point separating you guys.
They say trans and
to concentrate on that one.
For they say we and anything.
Oh, sir.
Oh, Nasena, my poster was that it was a difficult game for Arsenal to win. Wow, we can't cribia. We will go tough on the pump
lately.
No, you did some version.
No. Never.
No, you did some version.
Anybody who listened to me, I was so to the point that Arsenal for no money Germany.
No, so
because it is a difficult game. The position is clear. Radio, you know them. Dibu, now why you doing? Now me open it in there. Honestly, so when you Antonio Conte Adam from Penasem.
Oh, but that is not fair.
No, Liverpool Manchester United fan. Na pass also when the penalty rate here will be. And your penalty again. I
tell you,
you didn't go for the ball.
I'm more for a message. Send a message. Almost send me.
Men Kyle say, the penalty mass against Chelsea. Abana Bukai Saka now so a scissors me create a more excellence by just penalty mass. I'm much a mangaza. And I say,
Nasa, and no dear. Chelsea forward the right to talk about the performance of the rest.
So it means that
was a penalty.
there's no.
Also, not to say that any the mimic ebi no say it was a clean penalty. It does not take my right to question it. I know there.
Now me I debate my house now against Man U.
I was so good and no. So what I'm saying is that penalty na me hu ye no. In my opinion, it wasn't a penalty. Especially in the North London. By Emfa credit nama Antonio Conte and Tottenham, they have really fought. Onona Sembeba and Nemenkai. Ono say Arteta complaining. He has no single evidence. Arteta complaining. Unibi. Ono rather has been complaining. But then was saying canasem.
But that's what I'm saying, correct.
Arteta never complained.
Arteta on the touch line.
That's what I'm saying.
Asna.
Arteta is okay.
So me could be a
Okasa. Chantro. Okasa. Or suspended 6 months.
That's what can be.
I didn't work.
It means you see the decision as a bias.
Antonio Conte, and he hasn't mentioned your club. Or I'm not Tottenham doing.
That I understand. Yes, we know.
So
no, he's giving
us
complaint. And you know the. Me can't be banning me. Waka be.
No, I'm better. Cano. Better. What I'm better. China me no nkase mu.
That don't matter.
Asebe jo so mo no kan ya. Na me so body. No chama be cheche mu ni so be kan ko wa. So to ya.
Enya ko to tia.
Liverpool 4, Manchester United 4.
Timer. No, Liverpool 4 ba se we mu. Yeah, you just the match
of Antonio Conte.
Yeah, to why you be bibi hu. Yeah, you quadruple hu. Liverpool ni be no interested in how much. Yeah, you quadruple hu. Mr. To yeah, you quadruple hu.
Wada munyane. Radio drop.
And that's this. Yeah, wo mu ya.
Na Matisen confirm ki. Try to blame Arteta.
It's my for crowd no makasa so mu
Rob Holding instead of White. But the reason is so clear. White didn't train. So no pra. The last Arsenal 2 games, White no pra. Until the whole week, Ben White didn't train with the Arsenal team. And then no, Arsenal based on my explanation, I didn't better not bench because they also more just to get numbers.
It is a place in Insu.
Like they just needed numbers on the bench. And do they even tell ma? Now Rob Holding, Ejireka player no. Or man for now because no on your fit to play.
That is not the explanation given by the coach. The coach gave an explanation. That at a certain point in the game, he was thinking about Newcastle. That's official response from the coach. That is the official response.
Yeah,
that at a certain point, his concentration was on the Newcastle game.
No, you are not the same shame. Who the hell for you?
That's why he said, "I acquired the penalty way busy that. We have come out red card way. Who got for holding that time?
So who issued the red card too?
I think the first yellow card was not fair.
Well,
maybe they no. Obia on it there.
And it seemed like
it is after Tottenham to know we are 10. What the Ben White out free injury baby heading.
Good decision.
So you keep him and hope that he travels to Newcastle and get results.
No, Tamana, I hope holding everyone. Now 1-0.
About there were 10 in the penalty at camp.
I just read Arteta saying say 1. Even the whole week, White on training.
Exactly.
No, which they say there. Your researchers are listening. They will bring you there. 1.
But can't go
Me too.
Make sure say the entire assembly T. They asked him a specific question and he provided a specific answer at the post match.
Yeah.
And everyone was say yes the whole week on training. He was thinking about Newcastle. And where Ugo Kazi on training then Hariso to say Bruni been training or than better.
That's what can I'm Bruni
about Newcastle.
Obi won training for 2 weeks.
Say
Arsenal players in
serious indictment on black coaches. So do you know where?
Never talk there be so ni microphone kasa. Someone say wo ka baby I woke up on to the like don't battle yanko. Why?
I was trying to get with the coach. I said I still.
You listen to the postman.
I'm different. No, one place. Yes.
There is
listen.
an official postman.
Yes, and what's
there's an official DNFN. There's an official postman which is done by the TV. They say Yabog Ghana. Yabog Ghana League into Kodia man so Mizo and Jom Kano and Encounter.
Mizo there also come.
Mizo Nedi.
But the fact of the matter is that prior to the match, you know, some days to the match, no on your fit. And to the previous games leading to Ben White was not playing.
So we are not playing the last two.
No coach will bring him to the bench. So he was cleared by the medics to sit on the bench.
No.
Coach Bianyesa.
No, you are cleared, but because you're not trained,
you can play for a certain period. The red card was in the first half.
Yeah.
So at least no obey 10-15 minutes in the first half and another 45 minutes.
Yes.
And the full say he might not be ready. But your woman akunyama na siasi ya ofasi aba. Siasi ofasi aba. That young boy and David Dibana we want.
One game I think say on a day Tottenham show say they were more hungrier. You understand? They show said they were more hungrier than the Arsenal team. Now on the red card incident, let's put it one. In the first game last year, okay, there was 2 incidents at one. There was set like pulling. So twice. And the time now all man yellow card no. Yes, you can argue say the pulling was soft, but enya because no why said that one was the third one he was pulling the same player song. And all man card was say, okay, why you knew that 1, 2, we can 1, 3 and yellow card with the amount. It's a fair decision because Rob Holding consistently.
Mebo, nature say referee no. Naye Rob Holding stick to Bonnie away.
No say cumulative.
Persistent infringing the rules of the game.
Nti we na mu de na nyebia.
Like a bit me, but mama why no. E do omo Bianca wanye twice.
No way. They no referee no ngwa ne hu ya na.
So say born again between the
ya. Na way say nya ehwe bi. Way me man who za me no ka hu ye.
Yes, game na say on the center line so wa.
And why end
also no first one.
Center line no.
O ten no also no. Second one and also no mo to form. So okay, second one no ye no. O twe na no de e hwe form. E ho na ono ne nya gidigidi a referee e be pata ho.
O twe ni pa mi no hwe form say na nya yellow.
And he gave him the officer. Let me allow the game to flow.
Game management.
Yes, he allowed the game to flow. Third one was
foul now.
Oh, foul, yes, or foul. Yes, Nino or foul. And the third one was or seven was the pant, my man, you look at. Then the third one continue. The third one, naivety, say, do one, personal. There was no way Swan was going to get that ball. My German say why or didn't pass it. The pass that led to the taking a look at and the record.
Oh, that's what we are not playing anyway.
So what I tell me now,
so the player was running. And just like all running, none in Sakokan. No, one said that. But the point is that what I know about the law is that so said that and I will say that. So I'm not talking about the second yellow card. Who said though, one said though, once you hit him, it's supposed to be a foul and therefore a yellow card. So as I said, my issue is the first one. But now, okay, there's another one. Tonight we will you. Tonight we will too. Referee here there.
Obi wa se bias be dia
dance. Asana dance. O man the chairs are. Ne ko be contem.
Ne so contem.
Okay.
Unko be very straight.
We now.
We no. We go no hu sia sia. That youngคนno bi mra bia na what kasa be 15 minutes.
I very good.
I foul no ho.
But o share game ni na so to one person say about say Antonio Conte. Listen, Endra. O share how all of a sudden what they be bia be team no they are playing like a champions. They are playing like a team that really needs the qualification too. Wa me hu say see be coach amna ko Champions League nya Ateta e Conte.
I say only do know he has more points than you.
Yes, because of the tone. But okay, now
you know I'm a tone.
Since I buy any when you more points at Ateta.
And I say a continuous assessment.
But if you are going to judge Antonio Conte based on
okay, the football continuous assessment.
Sanity.
And I say no statistics they grow no be before you.
But me say
you continuous
assessment. No correct.
Ateta and I say the highest number of points apart from the 3 best teams in England at the moment.
They all can no correct.
Omo and say free why are they change obi a.
They all can no correct.
So ba last year were 2.
And they all can no correct. But as we you do them 2 we are. Na so ba Ateta since oba league ni mu no more points so say Ateta. So Conte.
Na say na go Champions League.
Say na man 1 point no.
And then they go Champions League.
And 1 point no.
It's 1 point just Otuo.
And based on the game that we watch.
And you Raf go bear when you say.
In terms of
Raf go bear point.
Man you match.
That's how you compare.
And they touch am assassin the eka.
Yeah, do be abam.
And no show coach Simeonu a ba for no kwanya me. One coach show that he's a Champions League coach.
Yeah, but the other coach has also shown that he has more points than all the coaches apart from 3.
If you see them, you could see a Champions League coach.
We have watched him. So got to Conte.
Honestly, I think
that's 10-20. So
what kind of police, Breno?
What's at 10-20? It's 10-44.
Some of them are the police are
Captain Bacho, Freddie, one person that police. Now, Mandibo, some man.
Police, no. My cousin. So can you bet me?
We do a personal attack.
Oh, maybe I was an attack.
What do you mean private life?
But then, honestly, and I felt for Ateta for the first time. But it was always going to be difficult. Like I told you, recently, and easy for Arsenal to play Tottenham at the Tottenham Stadium. So that thing is there. Then now Antonio Conte in a big games. How he manages big games, but fantastic. It was one of those games how the Antonio Conte, he will always make the most out of that game, and he did exactly that. So you could clearly see that not the game look a bit of a one-sided. As a Tottenham for the normal, as a many bring more as against Arsenal. Even before the record came, you could see say it was Tottenham and they pushing for that that goes no. So I think say I won't blame Ateta so much. A situation of finding a honor at this point in time no. Tottenham and Yabre or also so called Champions League. Then Yabre papa and when you had the opportunity to play Arsenal over there. You know, the good thing is
Raf Ranik and Yabre.
Or they say
Obi and Yabre. And any brain here they call Champions.
The running games are best 7 match. 7 match no declare Manchester United to call Champions League. A car best 7 match no because in a league at this point in time now if bite one shot for it means you're not serious honestly when you're ready say call for that you know but then these 2 coaches are sure my happiness with Ateta and they say maybe we're picking team now in 2017 Arsenal struggle to go to the Champions League now it looks like say this year that opportunity now Oko meet in a match and I'm feeling for him. I won't blame the referee in any way because Cedric Suarez the penalty it looks to me that he did not go for the ball. And then Brano say you are responsible for your actions in refereeing today. Unlike first you make us a one shader. What I say? Oh jumping you know. And we are not born one now Tottenham player Timmy far in the dumping a result in pushing the Tottenham player away from the ball man talk for no. Yes, right. I'm looking at the penalty Cedric Suarez
pushing away.
No. It wasn't an intentional so pushing no. But no was jumping no. He did not aim for the ball. It was jumping when you ball no. Instead, it could push who's on me free the action spot on. So a referee is subject to interpretations. I don't think referees do we are on a discretionary powers now. So the referee Portiani at that time applied this discretion and he thought it was a penalty. And aside the referee Clattenberg no can any no one can't say penalty. Like now you can it was soft penalty. Technically it was a penalty. It means the referee is
referee be a penalty. I can say penalty that. if you can go back and look at comments and go for them, the fact that the referee awards the penalty, so what's the deal? Then so because a penalty,
of course.
But you draw inferences from almost comments.
But the
Uze meaning says a referee, the senior referee, because say me I come in here. For me, it speaks volumes.
Yes.
So when you referee before the game, no cassette. This guy, so much way, he will mess it up. It can be betrayed. My point is that meaning VR no ye, but I was suspecting the VR guys. Said they are no. One is home to me draw lie on pen. I'm just like it on a cancer. No one yes, I am many be. Nanka ye. But this one day, nothing happened. And one's over here. And nothing I say. Mike Dean, I was a known Tottenham Hotspur supporter. I will call retirement. I negotiate video them on the Ampanango show. Or say some man go judgment.
So you question integrity, right?
Oh, we are on 1 year that. What the advantage my thought against Aston Villa 2015? Almost say no original. And he was caught. Is here the video is here. Send the pan and said them all. And one film was penalty. And want some kakra.
Me know ya, you know. Now some of can we said that big referees. Some referees are made for some matches. That one is for sure. In Ghana, Akrano, Kotokoni as a referee go there Pontina. Me know me a bit match like referee the game so channel.
When a senior referee says it.
And the senior referee na some kan ya say papa bi aso hini bi ayi so di asem kroma no say draw no. Tie. Wa wo say the game no referee no na game no so chen no. On another breath. One can win penalty no.
David, on another breath. You are getting it wrong. And you're cutting me in the car.
No, me cutting me again. Say,
your car say match no, me and fan man no. Hey, Kit Hackett.
That retired.
Only what can we to the baby.
Aye.
But we don't run a car.
Cutting me again 2 hours more. Can you say? Oh, here na so papa na say odi asma draw no. O say, technically the ball was a penalty. Technically, West referee for West no. The ball was a penalty. But what anka won. So, Emrano, anyway, who count this question? But the word technically it was a penalty. Just say the referee was not wrong in awarding a penalty. So too. So me boa.
No,
that's a boa. Because on one before you say
for technically, me ma family coming, you know.
You know, here's the case that and also we Arsenal fan in Wafa. That side no, but
I'm a fan of big games, and big games need referees who are experienced. I'm behind the ball now. I'm come back a certain advantage. In our opinion, or so as na say go me say Tottenham more. And Jama Antonio Conte adwuma why na kama nya me tie. Time as na che Manchester United so so obuno total odi asem ka.
Penalty.
Obuno. On ba we dey e bi agreja o mo kra no a. And Tottenham bet me abu more. Dibo an analysis or so Tottenham man shall measure 3. I just a come on 3 dada. He said it.
I go on for you.
Name onim sass and bit match 1-0. Or maybe me send me tell me no crane.
As answer what time my prediction very intimate from question home. I can't for the
position. How much the Freddie Bebani. Okay. 3 onim sass and bet 1-0. So basically 2. But the Oyestion is Arsenal will not score more than what Tottenham has scored.
Oh, okay, now in that fairness, Tottenham was going to
win. Me do fancy my old band.
And you know, the first one can say, was game. Arsenal lost to a better side in Tottenham. But then looking at the league table, no,
probably
because Otuo is not lost.
Nothing is lost.
Newcastle as it stands now 14th on the league log, only out of relegation.
I know.
But
relegation.
Because it's a team who has when it is that or call relegation. For example, I may share Burnley against Tottenham, and it's going to be a tough game.
Okay.
Burnley against Tottenham, and a typical Tottenham say if Oman move away from old surfer, inconsistencies, they will play a big match and they'll give it a go. But a soft team, a relatively smaller club, no matter messy up. Say if they can give it that attention, the Arsenal game, any Liverpool game, I think say yes,
okay.
But now it's up to Arsenal to go to St. James Stadium and spring that. If I would describe a surprise, because what I know is Arsenal at Newcastle many times don't touch it. I don't have the records yet, but Arsenal tackle Newcastle up there. But what I say, that is to her
against
yes.
We Liverpool, Man City, Newcastle, and the Tottenham points pass since January.
Yes, sir. Who's on Mori?
Arsenal be call no Makai.
Almost struggle power. Me just surprised say I'm for one point.
The Manchester United, the Omun
I'm really thinking of Watford pass Manchester and 4 and say Watford they are relegated now.
Brighton is 4.
Watford was 4 1 as then.
Say ya check. I don't have finish statistics. Oh, yes. Someone started season run there the best.
Man, you say I'm going to gas him.
I can say I consultant to Manchester United.
There be over cost.
Some of double job.
Manchester more boy.
As I know, who shoot to do.
Too high.
Microphone now me. But for more want to say okay, can as I supporters, we so send a message say I can say the man come Manchester for us Monday and coming home was some can.
Monday can take the council. Monday no kind. So council kind.
Oh, say Mr. Two. No credit, Mr. Two. O can in term no trim. So to me chenasi. Football season biano. There were stages. And no anamedi say stage na ye dru no. Any teams now are competing for the last slot for Champions League, which are 4th position. Because after that Chelsea victory against Leeds United, nature say Chelsea almost are done with their Champions League qualification because their next 2 games number ball, which Omodibe season number 1 Stamford Bridge. Into worse for Chelsea, Crown say they will pick 3 from possible 6. Even if they pick 2 points from 6 in the Crown, already Chelsea secure more Champions League position. They say I can one between Arsenal then Tottenham Hotspur. About materials, Obia or how we're building a team. But say odi 2 teams ni 2 nseni am so to see drew there thing. Odi yemfa coaching kran to nchen. Na yemfa players available. See players nkono mu nkoye bibia. Obi ti say Hurricane. Or a big stage player. Who's on me? Underrated, but one of the finest players in the English Premier League. And now again Nibia. So she the 21st goal of the season. One more na watu sala. Tesala and Shebi and Kanwa. The time kwa ye yin film na ne buofu. Tell to the mechanasi. And no na woka Kulusevski asemwa ha. And na woka se Juventus a big club. And ye Juventus na big club. Juventus na nyusu ni ye. Juventus na nyusu ni ye. No, nye so say big club in China went in Yamo. It's he offer this front three, Mr. Two. Obi Ohe Kulusevski at Parma. Ade offer any creativity, the drive our them forward no. It's he so these 3 players leading your attack. Na you see about football. Majority of goals are obeshe you demanded from the attacking players. I think Arsenal will be there when you talk about Gabriel Martinelli, Bukayo Saka, and Edin Ketia. But offer Sami and some way now the Kototo Tottenham the no moment na ye duru no Tottenham wa kan de ne chen Arsenal. Yes I yes in chen coach Adwuma Mizoto Adwuma you need a lot of experience. Stage na do so the Ateta gina ha. Nowadays Antonio Conte gina ha. Conte is a proven winner. And now onye new to the league. And now onye new to say only the team be a Champions League qualification before Oteki Tottenham job no not the Chelsea Adi Premier League. He knows how to handle such situation. And nothing I know say me unim the kind of support I'm Ateta. since Arsenal are appointing no, and the reason why they be America say Arsenal nyabote because and the coaches na man for no any sika no mutua. I'm not sure Arsenal will pay that money, but they can build their own Pep Guardiola and now Majorgan club in Ateta. Into one more sanka no. My support to Arsenal signings nyina. And no kwana me catch say Arsenal for no cry say omu project the picking term dodo. I'm say picking term dodo. Season we no, their target was to get Europa Cup qualification. But with 2 games to go, Mizoto, omu occupied the 4th spot, which a more Champions League qualification. By game name kwa yakobo na nru ane die. Say Tottenham will qualify for Champions League, so mon qualify for Champions League. Tottenham will be beer Arsenal NB. That was why I was certain so game ni there. Tottenham team no eno coach Antonio Conte will not lose to Arsenal team no. Incidents you see we game him. Okay.
I can come.
Safi ni ebe kwa asem no so.
Why watch nchichi mo ade abe ya cry. The obeka bia ya mfa.
Afi ni ebe kwa game no so too. Who's a penalty na manfo bebre raise issues about the penalty. Meaning say born again the penalty ne be two screen so na ya hwe penalty a Cedric Suarez tia son you mean. Too. Unim the ma say wo hwe video ni ya meaning say ebia na wo emotional moment munti wanya the feel of watching it with where ya say o time Kulusevski ebo no Oshe Cedric Suarez, he was not looking at even Son Heung-min the movement. He just went in anyhow. Baby a born kon emfa no ho. Baby a song go kon emfa no ho. On the no one say woko. Say what the mention say. Now oh that
where do you club?
Liverpool.
Okay.
Where the direction of the ball? Where the direction of the ball? What the ball again in Kobium? It was a kicker. Arsenal player ball on the turn was Rob Holdings. Rob Holdings, sorry. A turn the next player I know standing a better chance of getting the ball. Son Heung-min. Whatever no. Then Cedric Suarez went in, interfere. Say what the mention say. It's Oyesana. Who put 2 referee at a tight corner? Who put 2 referee at a tight corner? Then Miloto the second one, I go for record nearby. Minim there, but at that particular moment, materials are available to us now. Any the enra at the Regina Park and so on. But we share Rob Holding Mizoto. It looks like no more interested in holding players in the game than so about Bobo Nibi. To say anything, aside the first yellow card, aside the first yellow card, the second yellow card resulting in the red card was a straight red card. It was a straight red card. And no kwane he hasn't got the second yellow card. He was not interested in finding ways to stop Son Heung-min. First one, to the second yellow, first yellow card now. Referee so in some also why twice. Second one, the Memphis Honcho yellow. Then the elbow. What's your elbow now? He was not even looking at the ball. And a baby and a boy can fine. Baby and a boy can be too. Covet me a jazz song. The ball will be running, and he will be running with song. Clearly, Mizoto. Meji to me say ebi an kebeti a close game. Baby a person can be by still with 11 players, Tottenham were leading. So what the mention I say? Now they look more determined than Arsenal. But the record name game near more easier for Tottenham Hotspur because after the record, Arsenal ball 10 minutes. I don't know if any more no. And no one found say the cheap better host or better day. But on say some of the coaches are in-game management here good. One of them is Antonio Conte. Nti Ocheche game no kama the Arsenal. Went to see deep defend against Arsenal, went to hit them. Nti the last 10 minutes of the game no, they decided and say, then let's stop Arsenal from playing. ne gina wo so Arsenal will no move and I told them winning goal by giving it by 3 goals to 0 by the hard journey say so with 2 games to go Tottenham bebo Burnley on Sunday Arsenal bebo Newcastle on Monday Tottenham last game Omoko Norwich already relegated Arsenal bebo home against Everton say Oshe by performance this season in the league you can easily say Arsenal games no little difficult than Tottenham Hotspur there no but football a move beyond team weather position say team be wo ni team be bonhia maybe say on Monday Arsenal will drop points against Newcastle but as to say Tottenham be winning on Sunday and me how and only me how because teams ni be a Premier League ni ma me so and they say Conte Tottenham coach now no mo kwa akobo a bit difficult for Antonio Conte team no on the bebo Sunday no only reason the reason is simple Conte or the space in the ball just give Conte team space obe exploit space no ashaw Burnley mo no mo nyesa ade no they sit deep they say they will Conte obe sit deep say we try so be just space no use no Tottenham will play more difficult game than the Omobo and Enra against Arsenal no. If they want to get a Champions League qualification, Sunday game name me who. Sunday game na Tottenham be born. Mr. To me who. It will have the last 2 games na kano. And baby okay.
Very fair in your analysis. Very fair in your analysis. Adia mame pewasem no o kansma o nkantia o na mse na man ye fair no obi o wa o predictia say especially Liverpool okay we also don't call message bi wa or say Holding has always lived up to his name. He's never comfortable competing with good players and always resorts to rough play. That second bookable offense was clearly intentional. Arsenal will still pick the last of 4 spots. The penalty for me remains an unfair decision. We also don't call. That's fine.
I think the first Liverpool supporter.
The can say. And the lawyer Safuduku. Na life now going to say. Na boko dia. Yeah, me frawa mi nyaw. Kaka krebi kan be kase me frawa wo mfa ba me lawyer na e kasa no. Tim se me frawa mi nyaw. Wo kase wo mfa. And no questions have answer no. Tim me frawa me nyaw. And if free me. Say free network no. Say free the me jani nyina open. Say me say sa dem ye safe. Ana eni bi ameme kwan so no na ameduru ho. La na boko de e be din komo Fred so ha coach uko UK ni din party coach no mo friend no e bi friend ko aku e bi so friend coach bi friend Fred ze na anu etu kwan unse wo stadium bi anaba pen na dem ko ye na bi amu se mi ko bia
ono ana so nsa
we a big man me kai say match bi Liverpool ele kick off no Brighton there no na ye ko edu be say na ye pack ni nante so go for minimum ye be ko say ka say tight security abrocha ba for title stages be 10 points then you draw or be bro for no be kan ne de o kan oni bia o mo kasa ni bi o o kan yo so okay ye na afi ye t stadium na ya pack de bi Suleiman say wan West Ham owners no igina mo nchen am say ba fo hu a very let's say
you ban gon sabu
but on video bi ho born again so that video no my na who he is why a young so young man
yes
by say the wadani broni
obeye ne na yesu last week
And then I said that no can you
say come me
young man thing
why a young man from the so
good
but what try UK 21 years
no fast for no
Oh, Titi Busanonga.
No weekend in
That's all you can say about the last time. No, Yantimia share briefly. No, probably Yantimi.
Okay.
What do you can offer? Also, my bad did say. And now when you're not doing to me bad, you will be able to.
Okay, one more TV and Facebook. Freddie Akaba.
Yeah,
let's say. Pictures before we go into it.
Some of the players I'm training.
What you're doing?
Okay, so what I'm doing is me training professional football players on a one-on-one basis.
Specialized coach.
Kuruma Gebuga's a part-time one-on-one.
Who train you almost say?
Normally, what I'm doing is Arsenal and I say be a club will be a player, no the report of a player. Say this is what we need the player to do. So what I would have to do is I will share the philosophy of the club to understand how I be using on. Let's say it's be a Kotoko or Infege. Now say be a Infege and share enough goals, but when your chances need to score the goals now. What I would do is say me designing the pictures of what happens in the game for him to understand. Yeah, the Nako picture so to try and execute what he should be doing, because players maybe on Mayana or more understand one position as to where they are on the pitch and what part of their foot they're meant to be using. Some of them are hitting water to get the goals.
Wow. And club no man player never.
It depends. Sometimes younger club need don't know. We also agents need to be for. We also my parents need to be for, especially younger ones. No, my parents are not afraid to say, okay, this is what we need to do. And my mom major reporting from club. No,
you mean the salary of people?
He's a big man. Freddie is a big man. I'm Braseno. He's a big man.
Indiana.
I wouldn't wait.
I can come on very different.
Oh, okay. No, but if there's somebody who took me through UK, a man
who's UK.
Yeah, man who say, oh, he's a big man. And on one farm for bass nitino. No, you swear for cow. On Pesa and to me, Diana.
And your penny has no crab for the CSI. So,
players being over me and names of the players you train.
To be honest, I'm up to about 120 players on my books. Off on top of my head, no, I mean Mikel Antonio, Eddie Nketiah that people know, Tariq Lamptey, Andros Townsend, Nathan Redman, Wan-Bissaka, Calvin Bassey, Said Benrahma.
Wan-Bissaka didn't talk. I like the way you pronounce it. Wan-Bissaka.
Yeah, come Wan-Bissaka. This is some of the players they train, but most of the time, you're transitional coaching. I help them through the academies through to the first team.
Okay, so where's the transition? Time being.
What's that? Transition normally, no. What's that? Some players, no. What's that? Academy players don't have talent, and at a certain point, the talent is no more enough. So what you'd have to do is you have to be effective in the positions you play. So now, we'll be under 16s and as under 18s player. In regards to be a Tariq Lamptey, let's say, well, not your under 16s player, obviously youth player from Chelsea throughout. But for him to become a first team player, he needs to be effective in the philosophy he plays. So what Chelsea for now were saying is okay, and Yama saying is what we're working on. So what we need to also do is rather than just having that talent, you need to now be effective. To even receive the ball and make a cross, I mean, who said in Chelsea, but let's say normally in academy games, the ball on the ball will take 3 touches and send a across, and I will take 2 touches and send across. So how do we then get him to take 2 touches or 1 touch in the same cross? Football is fine margins. The second you keep the ball, it slows attacks. So for you to be effective in the games you play, for your stats to go up, most of the time the senior money has to be looked at.
Okay. To be out touch it 1, 2, 3. Or strike and crown or elite.
Yes. Maybe I'm offside. I might offside up on this.
Fine margins. Fine margins. Oh, okay. And the players again, Mikel Antonio. Yes, Mikel Antonio and my ticket to watch the West Ham Wolverhampton game.
Yeah.
Okay, and pass baby a tenor. Hey baby a players no family. Yes. VVIP then Tariq Lamptey under his auspices in where Liverpool, Brighton. That was our Brighton stadium, and the other games that we watch. This is the that we do. You keep your memory now. Apart from that, or do we call baby or person? Debbie. Says yes, I offer. Says I offer. And I know offer.
Says I offer.
Oh, Debbie. What for so I offer?
Difference.
One key issue, Fred, the issue of Sahara nationality switch here, Basui. And go for Ghana, the Jibo, one of the people who feel say, yeah, call World Cup, we take the best that we have. The beautiful say, oh, yeah, from Omoma, Oma son, they don't have any love for the country. Opposition, they say, they think I am Omomba. Why? What didn't you? Yeah, free players say, yes, because you deal with them closely.
Not just World Cup and Kwana, coach BA, he had the best of the players, regardless of whatever game, even if it's a friendly scrunner, as a coach, then you want the best players available. In regards to player switch, ne Omoma Ghana, no Omoma Ghana, ne Sani Manina. The way I mean, who no say, depend on what we're using the players for, no, and they be a free player be. So to say, and before so much have a so no, Yana Omo needs to understand why you're free Omo. What I always say is, I say, me pay Jibo Amana here, Juma Mamia. I need to explain to Jibo why I'm here and so the Baby say Juma Mamia. Say because oh Jibo be Juma Mamia or by be a Juma me de man no maybe an the Juma person. So I always talk about the philosophy of Ghana and the football DNA. So Ghana football DNA, it will clearly show what players fit into that philosophy. So now so Jibo analysis and as I say analysis he knows okay player like Edinketia fits in Ghana philosophy. Maybe Inaki Williams fits into Edinketia is the best fit. It is as a football association, you can form a bar straight away. You know, your job is easy because you would have to explain. For me, you know, you'd have to explain to the club. So, in regards to Tariki there, GFA and I said the video analyst. You know, that's one of the that should be his job to be honest. He should now explain through the coaches now to club and say, okay, listen, this is how Muyushi Tariq Lamptey. And this is how we feel. So the Ghana way, and he will fit into it. And going forward, you know, England were young fans say Trent Arnold, Reece James, Carl Walker. There's so many players. People think say more in front of him. But then again, see, Church's anyway now why we feel so he's going to fit into our philosophy. That's one. Secondly, we approach the parents. Obviously, now my parents also understand. They say these are our reasons, and this is why we feel say he best fits into our philosophy. Now, thirdly, the players and why we feel so fit into that philosophy. So we need to speak football to them rather than say, oh, it's also
reason why you are inviting them.
Of course, because because big clubs and even any other clubs in the UK, it's almost signed player. Most of the time, what they do is they invite you to their training grounds because I want to obey the training grounds where you're going to be working. Secondly, where we feel say will fit into our philosophy and how many years it will take you to become that first team player. And I say how many years it will take you to be an established player at the club on Pesomoto. And it's the same for national team. So now, see you first have players we now about and man I'm no keke say oh sometime about my na obeba maybe a intimi and sheni maybe on so affecting the person be na affecting no sergeants ana me buy no be a didi matem and say. But also football fans, the way they see football, we coaches we see football different. So as a football association, they need to understand why and how we meet approach these kids and explain to them why they should come and play for Ghana.
Okay, no, sometimes it's difficult.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Edinketia, for how long have you been with him?
Between Edinketia since Arsenal, Chelsea released him. Now he was just about to be just over 16. No, quite under 18s. The Arsenal man a trial, and you know.
No, a Chelsea youth player.
Yes. Into at that time, Tammy Abraham, Edinketia, Don Solanke, and Isaiah Brown. There's 4 strikers. None person keep it 3, and Edinketia was the one they let go.
Oh, okay. And then so that period, what happened?
My papa got in contact with me through a player I used to be training, Jordi 82, because I'm from Reading Cross, and you started training, and you started training within 2 weeks. Now started training with Arsenal, and they said they were going to make a decision within 3 weeks. But the first week, and God being so good, no making a decision.
Okay. And you have been with him since?
Yes.
And to Arsenal, Sano, how, when do you get to meet him?
Depending on matches now. Let's say it's about 1 game a week. Only 2 days off. Normally, Wednesdays or Sundays. It is said, no person me trainer. Depending on what training sessions they do on Thursdays.
Full name, yes,
Frederick also too much.
Yeah.
People are now from Kokuchum. Yes.
Yeah, Frederick Kokuchum. Mekai Chum.
What's your my dear pen? When is that?
Make it out from Chum. Okay, now that was only make it out.
Oh,
yes. And say, we free was not to me back.
Yeah, until normally, no. Players will come here training on Thursday. Still, no, me, I'm a panel of so training area, depending on the sessions they do. The session be on I'm share the GPS to show how the kilometers on my. And sometimes, if it's not enough,
I'm good training on what GPS indicating.
Yeah, even the youth teams, youth players in that crowd. So it tells you how much and also how many kilometers are running.
How many DHU?
On Thursdays. On days of Nosiana, Wednesdays, and most of the time Wednesdays and Sundays, because on much Saturday, or we had a Sunday off.
Sunday.
Yes, indeed. Or Sunday. And why I do is I always have to look at how many minutes are ball in that game. That means my design the sessions around it. It means be a banwa between me car and we also be too. It always have to work hand in hand with the club, and that's what I do as well.
But you travel outside UK because most on and until UK go now, Yana.
No, we call Germany, Spain, Belgium,
to go and train.
Yes.
You need to see Mona yet,
Obi the message you buy.
Okay, yeah, Obi am send me. A friend let me far Morino Fien anymore. Or terms Morino Fien.
Send if you know.
Come on, no Kusano, no common reasons apart from when Bibian who be Tiama, your boys in person. Apart from the working. Bibian people from Boha, in Anko Pachawa.
I think that the main one I'm a kind because if the philosophy is there for Nkran to understand exactly why they're coming out. The reasons now all touched up. One of the other reasons is Ghana the one money need do what but we say it comes back to say yan chichi ni the reasons why I over. And now say only a juma or be like I said no say you jibo abaye si jibo cleaner jibo so you cleaning that. Yet na kwato na wa anyi ya need na tem. Just
bank manager.
Yes.
You could the bank manager.
So and it's any marketing case for me, becomes a bit of a problem. To more banners or more junior home because but to be honest, from Sometymer Otuo to take you over, no, Sanya man from what I know, no, Sanya man be brain no SSN because he speaks football to them. And I say Chris Hutton to be a part of the technical team. No, I encourage you and Koreans to because they feel that there's trust. They feel say if any player or by idea, or maybe team and mujidi on like what other coaches possibly did before. No, until we are hoping say Sanya man.
Untouchable meaning say there are a few issues with Tarek.
Obi say idea. Say one bisaka. Na time mo de nebre no. Now oya dey o courses na say wasan.
Time ben na anyone bisaka.
What? Okay, on your gun and intimate marker. In regards to one massacre there, no,
and I catch you more so there be on record the man. No,
he understands that anyway, it's no problem. And with one there, no, that before no Palace now is when we started to make training at the youth level, and name so what time for coming up to become a first team player. I was not a winger, no, it's above 7 and for some reason, right back enough for prior or first team prior, no me a trainer. I'm a Palace and so no, or more more academy a training may be different to first team.
Okay.
So what happened was now I'm right back in the playing training. No, my friend said, right back. I'm not right back in this whole youth team this way prior. I'm not mad. You're boss 7 right back. But for some reason, not Zaha and Timinchano. I know a young converted to a right back in just one training session.
Okay.
And I'm a 23 coach in the start a year right back from 2 games. Into 2 weeks after that, first team right back no first choice instead prior no prior and Casadia no backup no prior I'm a man starting game against Manchester United and that was him as a right back and from Palace times he was topping up his sessions but at Palace time he was on only about £25,000 a week and I started United no could £75,000 a week and sometimes we go on more now we say Scanterbury not training sessions now limited kakra because into Manchester he's doing well he doesn't really want to see but with time and Yasa pick up be my Yasa started training sessions so I'm hoping sir
they say you want any training
we training in 2 weeks before crossing me back Ghana
okay crossing
it's always been a bit of a problem but we'll be out on the downfalls anyway into another day tackling his the main job as a right back and you have to be able to defend and that's what he does but to say modern day right backs you need to be able to attack here and there but for me he does his job we shouldn't judge him so much on a crossing he will be better with time
now Tariq swear on an Juma Ache and
Tariq about 6 years now I trained Tariq about 6 years now
who is he what to say
he's one of the nicest people you ever meet when you be as a Yetiakwa on Casabta but much more than a near who's an hour cassette or much more than near but we say Yami Bua not a Ghana to mid bar he will be one of the players that coaching would never have a problem with I can tell you
young code details as to over bar now man but no there's an issue with it there's an issue with it send a bit to me I can empire send
Salisu only to be honest me I mean Shanada minimum be on him really well but me I made him in Shanada
because I fed a earlier comment be about Tariq the parents if it's a discussion be because Intino Hanti or Munya in the Saka.
David. So, Cosa Danton, Cocasa.
Okono.
Went me and carry.
Went Tiana
went me and come.
In any case, David blaster, David Aquaba, Amato Busana and quite say,
only Jose one-on-one discussion on the player. Jose Mourinho.
That was the time Rhys James coming through.
Rhys James was what training?
No coming through academy.
Why they were training the player?
We have more discussions in regards to what we can do to help him. And that was the only time, to be honest. I'm not Chelsea players as well. Name personally, but
you never would work for Basa.
Coincidentally, as a place right backs in the doors.
I get given what I have to train, and sometimes say a bonus at me training strikers, me wingers, me midfielders.
So how do you get into it? Because when you say wow, UK over 21, 22 years. And then far into coaching. I Ghanaian was in the UK, they say, Okobo cleaning, you know about done. Security. How did you get it?
Now, program beyond friend of Gillette Sports Special.
Yeah, Gillette. GTV.
Academy, I'm to go through his academy. I'm team and support Ghana go through because of my academy systems near the back. To be honest, me and that. It's me call London. I'm catching Papa say the person me be in sports in football, and I'm Papa catching saying that.
Who call year?
2001. We real school April JSS number call May. It's 21 years money we May.
Okay.
Yeah. It's me call I'm catching Papa saying
person. So call Kings. Yeah,
person me football
student back home. But no different field. Ask for no ton phones for.
Okay. Okay, we do friendly taper.
Number of occasions listen no one to tomorrow. Meet my very top coach of UK that years and so I'll try and break that because it's something that I always enjoy doing. But to be honest, me call me about Reading Kakra and me about Fulham on Kakra.
There's no name Kakra.
Yeah, me about Reading for about 2 years and about Fulham 2.5 years.
At the youth level?
Yes.
Okay.
Into more of a scholarship now. Well, more of a scholarship for 1 year. 2 years into the D18 and scholarship in the hobby. And I'm a America for 1 year on a scholarship football for 4 years. But after 1 year no na me back to London because na me person be sure rather than say me coach in America no nti by the best starting me coaching badges na me co university in so honum and through that no there was a guy na me no madam for na me on Super Bowl boss first year university no ka say on the wajai school no on your football agent nti na the be am catch him say on mame the player na me training no but for some reason na Mikel Antonio was actually my first player
okay
so that time no Sheffield Wednesday nti on many year first session no and Mikel catch him say boy need a good coach nti why how come say o mani hu all this while nti na me building my capacity from that and I got being so good and my status pick up
okay
coach
but it's worth it wow sikasem ne ye adwuma no
Najuma we dey. Uma team am coach you.
White players no.
Me qualified for team coaching as well.
But
and I'm a specialist for midfielders, specialist for attackers, specialist for defenders as well. Different courses that you do.
You said I was specialist for attackers.
Yeah, you wouldn't have to do it, but if you know, will courses or more for sir. It's currently me UEFA A license. But but what specialist courses are because of the Juma you need to understand specialist
coach. Never Ghana habia maybe 11 wonders be an say Gold Stars be Frewa or Bana Visa bia.
I always rely on the Juma as in your facilities are the edge, my really important.
Facilities when are okay.
Facilities are obey training also.
And last time I'm coaching.
And equipment are obey training also. I mean, so
but the training equipment and facilities be now here.
So me one training session and that's one session I meet about 50 footballs I use.
50
footballs I use because they said they need repetition. Into no to me say be you see 10 footballs not 10 minutes straight away because it's an man's annual. We need a lot of repetition in regards to what we do. Into me you see 50 footballs. So if I say be a championship player, it was saying you see the championship football and we use we're a Premier League player and so you see the Premier League footballs now. Into no. The detail is really important to me.
SSS Ghana clubs in the Dinamo Mudin Bako.
Yes, Mbo. Nothing got to go away. Got to wait to know it's more than people.
You see, SSS Ghana clubs in the Dinamo. Yes, Mbo.
But also, Yako pardon.
The don't was Southampton different from Kotoko. They say difference in Susa.
Oh, Gab Kakao.
Sir,
Gab Kakao.
In terms of them.
I'm more use structure even their facilities as well because my course are at the training grounds. I think I'm pitching about 19 or so.
Pitch back.
Yeah, pitch indoor, but more different sizes for youth team nowadays. So from under 9 to I think under 13 or more.
You know how pitch.
You know how training grounds.
Oh yeah. Man City 23.
Me back. Pitch, back.
Yeah.
And is that a crow can
the youth age behind the pitch size or many goal size or use. Depend on the youth the age of the team no. I don't use the sizes on be use. And the fan say bia and your house you know kotoko be watch na kotoko baba ya sports stadium pitch size no. They will see each other the same pitch size near the training on it, so the players understand the size of the pitch. And so normally Baba Yaro on the Sunday.
Let's say where is home
Ghana has big talent.
Yeah.
But most of the time the difference in here I wouldn't say training, but it's a problem to do with Ankolana, a problem to do with our coaching syllabus. Because when a player doesn't understand BBA, and as I say, which study school, as I teacher in more, because teacher in this be a find it out. It's so many talents in this country. Sometimes you feel wow, but it's that fine detail I talk about. Saying the talent is not enough, but it gets to a certain age, you have to be effective in the position you play.
But sir, so be carve license A. Now we require UEFA license. I'm totally in a level back. Say the same syllabus. No, they much you can be natural pram. Oh, difference no because
California account.
No,
if you find account.
And I'm just saying. So be the training or pram. Now so you training or whichever place I now badges. Some of the same syllabus.
So remember, I think that my experience both training majors, Kakra Ghana and outside. Kakra can say, also some incorporated technology into their coaching. So saying, okay, they have a national software. Every single player or all the respective clubs, the national headquarters knows about. So you are training with him. For example, say there's Sanko ADBC2 club also training in this week, there should be a national secretariat.
As the school at the training, the open away.
And open away.
So coaches in the Enchemonis animal.
There's a national agenda, they know what is going on.
I don't know DNA,
no. Correct. Me can say, me call. Because at that time, here more under 30, no more buff any match against, I think, one Aberdeen, a Scottish club, on bar on buff any match. And what I told them, say, about talent, I can assemble a lot of Ghanaian young kids at the same age or more talented than Southampton clan. But any on board measure about 13-0.
No,
it's not about the talent, it's about the detail.
Okay, see, I'm for 13 years for never.
No,
yeah, 13 for only 21.
That's where the problem is. Who's that? Young man say, Akuladi, young man say, be 7 years or 5 years. There also will be a B, C, D to Z. Eka. It's the same in football. You get to a certain age, there's certain things you need to be able to do. It is a one to me, and this is where the clubs release you to say, so listen, when you're a standard, for example, Southampton, maybe I'll go to a lower league club or moving at time. It's my training throughout all of this. Because at Quagga development, you're different. They are age way, but it doesn't mean say unimbo. When we go to a smaller club, then the people that are ready to play in the Premier League, and I say in Southampton, will be the people that will be kept. It's really important, especially in regards to your DNA, MCS Ghana, DNA in recent times. So, by really important, say, the coaches hopefully will pick these things up. Now, must circulate to the clubs, a back clubs and so obviously has born a philosophy in a way, Kotoko born a philosophy, but there needs to be a national one, Kotoko bit my pick from to use for their players. It is a Kotoko right back at Kobama Ghana. It makes the selection even easier.
And Jeffrey Tom baby. Kings one say Musa say Obo Kings team no be.
Maybe. So now you had you can
na drink akao.
I'm trying to numb sir.
Go school no. Oma no papa tia buchi. Ni mbo kro mo.
Obi asend video.
Na o he no fi be ga yo so kwa na ni bedwitwi. Papa bobofu.
Born again. But the question be our Nkwana Femra David so na. Yeah, obi asend me one nketia training we bia. Mediama born again. Say obet me.
Last question.
Okay.
Nketia Odoy Tariq
Salisu
nyame ya adom na bibia okoye no mbeka Black Stars team mu me sure so ahwe Black Stars team no recently e dey no be add up to the current team na ye wo no
Come say, well, it depends. I try not to talk about these things. The reason is, name what and where and how we try the person who won the football. And then why obey
shooting.
Anyway, Chris said we are bringing out all these players to come through. But also, yeah, kind of individual players. Yeah, we know all these players are top players. That they bring professionalism to the national team. It's hopefully by all means with the level that they are playing in the Premier League.
Before you continue, where I know training.
We've been Arsenal training grounds on Baby Otena. So what we do is I'll go as close as possible to where they live until we've got facilities all over.
UK. We know why this facility is just there.
No, it'd be a private, it'd be a government, but you would have to pay.
Okay, so we move to SK to go and train there.
Yeah. And yes, such as a private entity, no one is allowed in.
So we will training no.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm in video and tell me.
Who join? Most wait from over. And you say, yes saying.
There's a keeper or no anime.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. To where strike and until we bring in a keeper.
Keeper and also that. But when I didn't get you, I have to pay you. And now who pays you?
No, only it here. Yeah.
The keeper ne or no babe boamu.
Yes, a keeper no say in say depend on area or ten keepers all over. In say in Costco and Koyejuma say you should sell to training grounds now. You keep around our bar.
Okay.
Or send the invoices through. So yeah, end of the month yeah.
Wow.
Go show to the Chibi.
Normally, so what happened with Edin Ketia didn't say no. Say depending on area, and I said near my area working on no. We encourage the keeper to make sure he has to hit that area. In the end, said Sibia okay, the ball into the far corner of the post, and I said Onyeno really well on the left foot and right footer. Keeper and making sure so best up on going for the front post. So to be encouraging it to go to the far post.
But then go for said training the details of what they do. Bono, cause on we are there change say you.
No, this is what it's me when it comes to say Ghana because the talents here one. We could easily become like Brazil if says because we're blessed with it. But the detail of what we have to do to add to the players is not there. And this is why like Partey, Moseko Fomo, they become either the biggest hit or the worst hit. That's the detail that we don't add to our training sessions.
Okay, in the slide, we do a slide in the room. Slide.
Woman here.
The one agents, you know. It's like agents, you know. Oh, okay. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. And Dave Akwaba. The last time I met you on now so mommy tickets I could help match. Me try and you say I
car pass.
And I refrain a buy by every.
Well, I was a car pass mostly I'm Misakano the day of the game. It's next and come fell. Na
and crowd meaning so in said and yes sir.
Meaning say so much the over. You never come Chelsea over.
Oh, framing quantity I remember.
I remember.
Framing quantity I remember. Next one say weekend the amwa.
And that weekend the Omo Boy FA Cup.
I FA Cup got to film.
It's
you yati. Oh, that means yeah.
I don't know when you go boss on Wednesday. Any ash good on Wednesday. If your boss about
Sunday.
Any Wednesday I think midweek.
I know about Sunday.
Yeah, about Sunday. Yeah, about Thursday. Yeah.
And go your friend Bella or Cameroon national team.
Okay. And official. Yeah, me Carter say official Cameroon Football Association at Monsafre. Frank Mbella say Ombra. On AFCON qualifier. I think against Burundi and one other country. Any Kenya Ombra no Bisiakai.
Are you because
we are happy. Especially for the boy. Especially for the boy. Because of Cameroon buy and Ombra no under 20 player. And for say under 20 player be rising to the level of national team. Obetima to quite about another African country. And in less than 1 year, we adapted so well, watching 19 goals, and we're influential in our title challenge this season. It is a Yaton's friend the national team. It's good for Asante Kotoko. Secondly, also add values to the player as well. And also add value. My player no do and encourage every other foreigner now every other player. Asante Kotoko say, sorry, there are a lot of eyes on you. And one thing I've realized in Kotoko, and he said the hype around the team is extremely high. So back to idea of a any degree amount for the count was comparatively as compared to other clubs somewhere even in the African region as well. And this all you don't want I think you do it for your own good and we are happy say Frank Belanya call up to the national team.
Okay. The message is here Arsenal Tottenham will be answering the message about you want to discuss local football.
To the minister, the Thousand Stadium. That will be addressed after November.
Okay.
So take note. On the 11th of 11th, what will be 111 years. The first four, we should be able to celebrate the first four this year.
Okay. Has the land already been acquired? And I say
no. We have identified the land.
Okay.
We don't want to put into public, and we are negotiating with the owners of the land. Yes.
Okay.
If everything goes well, of course, and as I said, will come one summer. But if everything goes well, to be in the heart of the city.
Okay. I already been sent so do te. Okay. How say? Hearts identify land. Money. Owners negotiate and that. After November, they will start building a 15,000 seater capacity. Maybe say because the last time. Na CEO ka say Kotoko could also get their own stadium. Non supporters no more any I could say is it still a plan and I say or kind?
No, it's still a plan. Even before I say see we can and so I think my kind of baby say na we so we can with ya na so nya botre. Before so we can na personally matina meeting over 4 times na ya meeting towards that angle.
Okay.
Say even to me abu amasante Kotoko enya ne own stadium. And yeah, I see which as about at least 20,000, 15,000 capacity because na every boy. In the animal of the two, just say even say we based on numbers company in their mind. So we this number of supporters, 100,000 supporters, no be contribute to $100 each. And we bet Mabwa, I'm a Timasi, a stadia within 15 months. And
okay.
As man can Nigeria be so, and now they cut young being say support
na eye adakoja achi na land fufuro bi o baby anaze
well factors that we are all considering. There are several options buy and America say commodity no corner nimpa to the
state. Has between omu dey na jamu.
Oh, we are not in competition with with house of folk.
I'm just talking about time frames. Say possible say as they giving the Odo take and with Messi and Zana Kotoko.
Well, they can even build it within 6 months. They can build it in 1 year. Mr. Otuo, that's.
Are you aware of Hearts commercial house?
Yes, I think this week say house and a commercial office. Yeah.
Omo bejuri secretariat no on kind. I want to gunom the phobia house. And the sports facility near the day. What tennis? I mean, so you'll be when the other clubs are doing well. Yeah, when the
I'm very happy.
You are happy for them.
I'm very happy for Accra Suffolk. I believe say that is the way we all have to go, especially with this modern trend of football. I can't want to maybe I say a coach only discusses some of the things that happen outside the bar. So I'm very happy for Accra Suffolk, at least with a commercial center to help with their commercial activities and getting commercial partners on board.
Set up it's about the technical side no like I'm about so how do they set up clubs near more to say how they because me no call stadium you see full commercial activities. I think at a point you wanted to buy some don't say
this are the card in Kwaneto.
This was the card in Kwaneto.
Yeah.
And one day at the stadium which means the guys are making money. One more Jessica match day. They at the end of the day, how do we get people? They say a problem with Krumans and go from Stadium. From where you sit, I didn't tell a man from Stadium. We were at one of the stadia. Park Biama. And Omoyan and Daya Intimini Bias and go from Stadium. David Timini part 3,000. Oh, Baba.
So, maybe from a coaching side, coaching perspective, so one of the major reasons I would say, especially in Ghana, you say, is now Ghana for you used to watching the best players on TV, and obviously watching them on the best pitches. Now, I always maybe go to go match on Karela last month. Now, what happened was you could see talents, but they were not effective. Not just Kotoko, but Karela as well. So, and I'm not saying it's a Kotoko problem. So, what I'm saying is that there are other factors to say. I'm from Kwakwe on TV, so when they see the best of football. But for me, your coaching department needs to be better to be able to train these players to make them better players. Because Uncle Banasana said only used to watching the best players on TV. Now all of a sudden, Ghana is not as effective, is not as good, and obviously, 80% of that is our pitches. Because in as much as Kumasi Sports Stadium, nice, for me it wasn't to the standards. The pitch near too high for me on that day.
Too high, is it?
Na a from dodo. It's na Emma football mobile pass no crana chino and go as fast as it should be.
Papa can do full no especially Livo. One day full and 4 pitch. You better one had the phone. Your friends say, your friends say, Frank Wine, Fulham train, none of obey idea or number idea from.
This is a microfiber pitches near you, so David Becker.
Microfiber pitches.
Two natural grass, one artificial grass pitch. That's the thing, there's so much money that's been invested in it. With time, I feel There's other things that we could look.
Bravo. Mem kakra na. Every time you call me the last. Aye, okay.
You bet my digress kakra.
Ah, kakra. You bet 2 minutes.
Oh,
On we on po. We will be a home asemu. On very.
Because
David asemu God is David wa miu.
David asemu ye kuma no. Ti no ho ni asemu bi ni ho no. Asemu ba ye beka ba. Ni ho ni asemu. Ni ho ba mo ma no ho ma asemu ba ye beka. The Ecos Watermelon na is a for the past 2 days, players no abakoti training. Omonko. Omonso muniti no say ya mo muskanto de ne.
Say ni man ya de.
Say kan yi wa yi. No se bi abuche su. Se training. Omonso ya mo muskanto de.
League in the middle of the league. Boycott team.
Players na nko. And then on na coach ni ko tena ho for 2 hours. Not training ground so no. Offer players in phone players omonso mo ma. Omo ka chen pace omo ma. Omonso mo muskanto de ani ni, mo muskanto de ani ni.
Masa.
Eti also
for us bo bi.
Eti tama msesi said that you
mo ayede.
Nyan. Who say the moment players be boycott training no, it is ade na ko ba bia. Na say make no ayede.
That's so we nyana go man go. No my relegation.
Tama me National Sports Council so jadem. To Sports Authority. Yes in the ehu. Almost you know Director General no. Na prof no. Tama semna staffs na kan gunu so wo mo letter ni bi.
Me hu e.
Hey, ensem wo mu o. Sem wo papa. Almost say as I say to ade de ma authority na. Okokoto ni iri ni store. No de aba.
Na iri ni and o ton ade ni.
Adama
de na enye.
Omo no go through procurement.
Na procurement iri ni anu de go through procurement.
There be when no procurement. Straight. I'm the amakoma e ko letter ko da yoko. Ada yoko adendendendendend me no kan wasem. Say omo wa fen pa 250. Obia yoso ko medical so. SCC for clinic ko kwa 400 Ghana cedis.
And what's wrong with it?
Tama.
Musa Fred, we say over so ko you can medical kwa IOM. Your baby akọ sika na eji ntire.
400 o.
Omo examine omo ya.
400 times nipa 250.
The omo examine omo ya na. Na ono ya ejuma o.
A particular clinic no also bia nko enya ho report no ba one.
That is where they trust that. USM, that's where they trust.
Where is supposed to tell you USM baby?
Me just say ejuma bia kotoko. Ebi on be decide so me some on medical. This particular hospital. And what is wrong with it?
Tama car na ira no omso ko high car every day be no twa 10,000 Ghana cedis.
I when you are address it, I think no issues be by about fire incidents we end. We report in Libya. Look as if the project in our passion.
But
and 5th May. And I think maybe I meet at the bottom. I think they overload of power, so more technical ways on we use. And a jacket from. And I think they bad inside the crabat. Yeah, we'll fire. And never fire extinguishers or honey or go for until multi so I know. Now my whole video be a number. I think say Kasabi cost for background, which is not encouraging.
Just for video near
but commentary, yes, we realize one of the person is security or which we believe is very unfortunate. As a security officer, now we could be dying to that extent, which is not.
I only baby sense and job from Korea.
On the guitar for, and I'll be in the panel. I think say the panel yen some training, but or recording or sending my nini our yen some training. Or can say no man I used to want a plastic, which is not true, because ansana a limit of a bono ECG officials bow. Every facility now just to approve, and all the electrical we know now we use the meter one approve now. So you approve and come on my opportunity for us to use meter.
Okay.
But you see, I'm going to say ECG from paying for they are assessing a problem to identify the so that another meter and then we rectify the situation.
Comment in the DHM is not exactly.
Oh, but you can see the person was clearly having issues. I was saying I want to call electrician. You can see that. That was what so Mama Yakoma to be as just a little issues, we will fix it. Jumano so oh yeah, baby, you almost say Kakana Bano. Now we are a financially solvent club, independent club, you know. Kakana Bano, Sandy Dibro matches, so Sandy Biano, and I'm a project in Adili Kaka. But we are oh, that be Sikawan, but make us say it's the allocation of the funds. That's what I say.
It's come wide then.
Oh, say Kotoko, they always Kotoko.
This is the Kaka.
Over a budget in Adia. Sometimes you have to do bold. You have to make bold decisions. It's not true because I never want to
the management of my idea. A best customer, Matiti, the baby minister, the club, and easy. Yeah, oh, young coho. But I'm satisfied with so far.
How about my bass?
Sikadi Omwangasa. It may run all the evening and visit. Club was open for me. The last time I saw
Mwangasa Namwe.
Oh, we're not a step further.
Okay.
Corporate, you know, Abamo.
More than any corporate.
You know, corporate assistance, number more.
Mamu, the Namuni corporate assistant.
Was an individualistic in the doors. Was an affair back for near Yana Hajin.
Okay.
At this time, I think the Minko was there. Maybe a person also. The player salaries in
Tama bosume so anam ko Dr. Kwamchi.
Eso pa compare that class.
Bosume anam ko Dr. Kwamchi.
Dr. Kwamchi so pa this obitimi jan na so almost 1 year na on ko individual bia so ko discount fi say.
Mo na nam ko Dr. Kwamchi.
No mo sa combine performance no so say good no dey.
Mo na nam ko Dr. Kwamchi o.
So no na run na channel na boni.
Na so ya ade o.
Hey. Obi o ka so wan ade no bo.
Ya ade.
It is time.
That's how you trouble. Obi antro.
Time management decision.
Obi antro ko Kimbeza abom.
Time stadium project no so me feel say a laudable idea.
Okay.
Yes, supporters na come so there from time memorial. And the Sometymer yes idea no there na me feel say omoduma no konka ye pe ya ansa. Nti omonye mfamra.
Okay.
Na ko do don pa so ade no hu sade no oh yeah, obetimi aye no o ma support.
La no register at the NB. NF Abu Census. Where is 7 2 year the who you saying?
O say the Jaunti from do that.
Ah, okay. I do on your intina.
Yes, I be the bobby and so we are prepared say you so ready for work. Ntomo nya ade.
They do aware say Harry and register for Abu Census.
Oh no there. I didn't know we are very surprising.
When you got to Bafu Wakoto. Bafu Wakoto.
I'm for what it.
Ah, we na me go for. Majo bi tie David na bi go for.
Na senior say e da na say. Kaka yeso enim say akabe se kotoko na koledi.
Okay. Ready? Now be go that way.
It's an hour half for now.
Oh, sir.
Yeah. Well, at least another 10 days then we'll have
when I'm fundamental now. So I'm going to say, oh, yeah, the BBR 20, I say, a sense of father or the chest and the fram. Lawyer Munin, I am on okay. He made sure my stay in UK was good.
The last one now by now. What they are bowing. We are diving them who said,
no, Friday. I'm saying, apart from Seco Stadium, no. Oh, on Pesa, I'm a car over for it me a shopping, no, their brew fee. Yes. Oh, me kinky, and I say watch. You say it's difficult to come by distance. Then we move to east or North London. Now what turn out their brew. I mean, say any pretty nice. Who go only know half and go film.
Who take where the ones back cry?
WWE woman oh no. Principal, Amankwa, and a nut. I own Natty Bongo. A lot of people. Principal. me ne din ko ba
also send a message
ono awaba hu so no Tottenham Tottenham na entere na no ndidia na yade be sorry na
it's
good ga mbela
I'm saying yade ba ko na kan me feel say we have to go deep into it. It's not easy for a player playing the Ghanaian league say obinya a call up into a top national team like Cameroon.
Yeah.
And idea a test you Ghana and the top push me I can't even mention 5 foreigners amababo in the Ghanaian league omanya direct call up into their main
Ghana no as good no ben
why
as good
no as good the Kusindo Toji
yeah Togo
and Ibrahim Akone and keeper no
Nebombe Waki
okay.
And recently, I'm saying I'm a tourist changing the nationality from Ivorian to Burkina Faso. And I will never be. So, and be that easy to come by. Yeah.
Koye Pao.
Okay.
Senya injuries gra a man name and Ufi and Katim very solid.
Do bomb abaso.
Is it Onya share Cameroon just no bobe 10 minutes.
And it's Canada. Any guy. Okay. There be the Bessia. And I'm a man for me, no be from where. There be a more.
Namaba, what's Nana? Aule,
Diano, what's not
Division Park. Division Park, yes.
Open you could for you.
Macquarie, no,
Henny back for you.
I'm from a family.
Ready ever called it and Zako ebo. Why do we park no? Won't say yes.
A bottom in Parkins.
Jaya unsia or businessman will do never pay you know. Ye car man for say or china Sokoban palm me uncle Jaya. What it? Oh, Sokoban palm funeral ground so. Aha, and tea the Etienne Yabeko China so.